From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, I'm Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Monday, February 13th. Clouds will increase throughout the day. Wind gusts will climb later on to about 30 miles per hour. There is a chance for some showers tomorrow. High temps today in the mid-50s, and we should see plenty of sunshine. So a great way to start the work week today. And Chiefs fans are celebrating a Super Bowl victory. The celebration started after a fourth quarter comeback in Arizona. Eagles led big at the half, let it slip away, then tied it up again with 5 minutes left. The Chiefs chewed up the clock and took advantage of a defensive holding penalty that infuriated Philly fans and kicked a chip shot field goal to win it. Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes won the game's MVP award.
We just challenged each other, man, to leave everything out there. And I don't want to say we played tight in the first half, but you didn't see that same joy that we play with. And I wanted guys to just know that everything we work for is for this moment. You have to enjoy this moment. You can't let the moment overtake you. I thought the guys did that in the second half, and they fought to the very end. That's all you can ask is guys leave everything they have on the football field.
The Chiefs have now won 2 Super Bowls in 4 years after a 50-year dry spell. Rihanna delivered a soaring Super Bowl halftime performance with a big surprise. The speculation during her performance started almost immediately online, and after the show, her reps did confirm, yes, she's pregnant. The pop superstar wore a red jumpsuit showing off what we know now is, in fact, her new baby bump. She kicked off the show on a platform suspended above the crowd. Super cool. The 13-minute show featured 12 of Rihanna's hits, including Work, Where Have You Been, and Only Girl. Notre Dame grad Lieutenant Catherine Martinez was one of 7 women who made up the all-female pilot pregame flyover team, a first in the game's history. The Navy says it was in celebration of 50 years of women flying for the branch. All right, this morning marks the first full test of new bus routes in Indianapolis. Indigo started several changes Sunday aimed at getting people where they need to go on time. Several routes have been new timing. Any routes 3, 6, and 34 are changing, picking up new stops and eliminating others. To get an explanation of each, you can go to wishtv.com's As Seen On section, where we have a comprehensive story about the changes and maps of each. And to business headlines, today Starbucks will change its rewards program, increasing the amount of stars you need to redeem products like drinks or branded merchandise. It'll take 100 stars to get a free hot coffee or tea, for example, twice the 50 stars needed now. You'll need to rack up more stars to get frappuccinos and sandwiches. Subway will phase out the use of pre-sliced deli meats and outfit every location with a meat slicer. The sandwich chain announced it would make the big change over the first half of 2023. Subway currently slices meat at a central facility and ships it to restaurants, but Subway says that this will save on costs. 40% of Americans married or living with a partner admit to lying or hiding money. It's according to a Bankrate.com survey. Around 12% of adults who are married in a civil partnership or living with a partner admitted to having a separate credit card. 9% admitted to keeping their debt hidden from their partner, and 6% said that they have a completely separate checking account. The national shortage of childcare workers is continuing to hit parents in the pocket, with the average babysitting rate spiking nearly 10% last year to $22.68 an hour. It's the second year in a row that the babysitter pay has climbed faster than inflation, Axios reports. Bloomberg reports even stand-up comics are taking on babysitting gigs as lucrative side hustles. Having a cat in your dating profile could make you more attractive, according to a new poll. It was conducted by OnePoll for the brand World's Best Cat Litter. Survey results also revealed that 72% consider owning a pet to be attractive, regardless of their own relationship or pet ownership status. In other news this morning, the U.S. military has shot down another unidentified object. Pentagon officials say this object was flying at 20,000 feet over northern Michigan when fighter jets took it down yesterday afternoon. They say President Biden gave the order. It marks the 4th object shot down in U.S. airspace in just more than a week. Lawmakers from both parties say they want answers.
This is a turning point where we need to discuss this is a threat and how do we respond to it.
I have real concerns about why the administration is not being more forthcoming with everything that it knows. But part of the problem here is that both of the second and the third objects were shot down in very remote areas.
The Department of Defense says the most recent objects shot down do not resemble the spy balloon taken down last week. It says debris recovery efforts are ongoing. A rare new flash of good news from the earthquake aftermath in Turkey and Syria. Searchers pulled a woman alive from the rubble this morning. Experts had said the chances of finding survivors at this point is virtually zero. Others may face charges because of the deaths as well. Authorities in Turkey are investigating at least 131 people for roles in the design, construction, and maintenance of buildings that collapsed. Leaders say the country's construction codes meet current earthquake engineering standards, but experts say they are rarely enforced. The death toll keeps climbing. It is now more than 35,000. To Colts Watch, the team has apparently made its choice for the next head coach. According to reports, the team has zeroed in on Eagles offensive coordinator Shane Steichen. Team management has reportedly let other candidates know that they did not get the job. A deal between the two sides isn't official due to some league rules. Now, Steichen has been an assistant in the league for 12 seasons, spending the last 2 as the Eagles offensive coordinator. He was named a finalist this year for the AP Assistant Coach of the Year. To the Pacers, this week brings 2 final chances to build some momentum before the All-Star break. Indiana is on a 4-game losing streak, but has 2 home games ahead against mid-pack teams. First up, the Jazz tonight, then the Bulls Wednesday. Tip time for both games is 7, then no more games until February 23rd. Happening tonight, Wish TV is proud to host another Community House Spotlight Town Hall. This time, we're working in conjunction with the Indianapolis Recorder and the Greater Indianapolis branch of the NAACP. The topic, racism as a public health crisis. The leaders of the top healthcare groups in central Indiana will be on our set answering questions about equity and disparities in healthcare. Join us for this Health Spotlight special tonight at 6 o'clock only on Wish TV. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.